Hi, good morning, everyone. Good to see all of you join this live session. I'm super excited to do an analysis this morning. If you can hear my voice and you can hear it loud and clear without any interruption, you can let me know in the comments. And how are you guys enjoying the week? Good to see all of you. Thank you, guys. You can kindly drop your location and where you're joining this live session from. Let me see where you're joining this live session from. So today I just want to talk about something very briefly. I will do an analysis on the market and see what is happening. Remember, I told you that this week is going to be a difficult week for most people, but then it shouldn't stop you from taking trades. All right. It's a good thing that you are making up your mind to take trades, but then just be careful as you take your trades. Look out for the best types of setups you will want to use, and then make sure that everything you're doing is under check. All right. So I've just been seeing so many abnormal price action on the dollar and gold. Yes, look at this is the dollar, right? And let's look at gold. Keep it side by side and see how the price action is actually. Okay, let's have gold here. So this is gold and this is the dollar. Just look at what is happening. Yesterday was a very, very strange day because you can see the price action was really, really unusual yesterday. And throughout today, we have seen how that both gold and the dollar were going bearish. This is a kind of abnormal in the markets, but then there is still something to learn out of that, right? So that is very important. So let's look at the dollar first and know what to expect from the dollar, and also make sure that you do your own due diligence to check what is also happening. Now, still, what I taught you about the concept of looking at the global perspective of what is happening in the global space. Don't forget to always check Bloomberg and also have an idea of what is happening globally. You may be doing your analysis correctly, but because of the current CNBC, all right, because of the current upsurge and crisis happening in the Middle East, you just get yourself stuck in something um, you are not aware of. All right, so can you guys see my screen? If you can see my screen, kindly let me know. I will be doing justice to everything I will be saying here. All right, let me share the screen so you can see. We can check on Bloomberg. Uh, somebody should read the first or the headline here. Somebody should read the headline here. Go ahead and read it. Yeah, thank you guys. I've seen your locations. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Make sure you are in my Telegram community. It's a free Telegram community. You can find the link in the description of this video. You will see it titled Free Community. Go there and join the community of other traders. That is a free community. But then read what is there. Israel accuses Iran of breaching truce. Trump said was in effect. All right. Now, there is another thing down here I want you to also read here. Can you see this one? Can you see here? You can see it, right? Beautiful. So I just want you to have an idea of what is happening globally so that you will not be taken unaware everything that is happening in the market you can have an eye on, but then how to do it is one of the problem that most of you are facing. Now, aside from that, let me also share CNBC with you so you can see what is happening. So can somebody phone vibration? Where? In the background? My mic is cracking. Okay. Is that from my end? Let me see. Do we still have it? Do we still have that? Okay, I think the audio is okay now. Is my audio okay? Okay, perfect. So let's go back to what we are saying. Let's go back to what we are saying. Perfect. Perfect. Now, Israel, Iran war. Trump says ceasefire is now in effect amid confusion over timeline of agreement. Now, these are all the mixed reactions we have in the markets, and I can tell you that there are two things you can do in this season. All right, there are two things you can do in this season. First, you can choose to keep yourself away from the market or take out time to rest, not to take any trade actively or in a live account. Or secondly, you can choose to trade, but then with a lesser risk exposure. Because in this season of crisis, you will hardly have any predictable outcome, right? You will hardly have any predictable outcome. And that is the reason why you need to be careful with the markets, because there are so many mixed reaction, mixed feelings, so many things happening in the industry that needs to be carefully checked, and you need to trade with sense. You are using your money to trade in a market where uh, some of the most intelligent minds are currently in. And this is about money, and it's a financial crisis and a global competition. All right. So this is the dollar. If we look at the weekly, from everything we can see, the weekly is now, sorry, let me have a, okay. The weekly, look at what is happening now. Can you see that the weekly is printing bearish? Yesterday we had a jump when price started opening, and it's now moving bearish. But then this area in its entirety is going to be very, very difficult to trade on the dollar because price is facing challenge also. The prices of stocks are going up, oil price is dropping, and so on and so forth. Many things are happening. Even things you don't expect to see, they are happening. The dollar is down, gold is down. How about GBP? Let's see GBP USD. GBP USD is up, and so on and so forth. And many things happening. But then let's take a look at it. If you're trading, you have to trade with sense. Because the dollar is printing bearish on the weekly and on the daily time frame, we only have this thing today. You see, between yesterday and today, we had a jump in the market. The close of yesterday daily and today's open, we had a jump. That is a vacuum block or a new day opening gap, which is mostly uh, not seen except if we have such kind of news or such kind of a crisis going on. We have a sell-side liquidity. Now, if you observed yesterday, we opened the markets with a kind of a strength on the dollar, which looks like this is not supposed to be so because the US is dragged into what is happening in the Middle East. But then, no matter what they do, it is still going to affect and it's going to reflect on the charts. Now we have a buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity. We also have a gap here. All right, so this gap is supposed to be filled first before we can see what will happen in the long run. All right, before we can see what will happen. Then I have one question. All right, so right here, if we drop down to the 4-hour time frame, this is what we are seeing. Guys, I can tell you that we had a shift in market structure, bearish here on the dollar. We have a shift in market structure, what? Bearish on the dollar. Exactly on the 4-hour time frame, liquidity clearance here. So from all indication, what I can say is that price is currently bearish on the dollar. And now look at this. We have this area. We have this area. And we have this gap. So in an ideal market situation, we are supposed to see price fill up this, guys. If this area was supposed to be filled up and price move in the sell side direction immediately, then we will use the entry confirmation signature for an entry like that. But if this guy couldn't stop price, this is going to be the next target. This couldn't stop price, this is going to be the next target. But then starting from this guy first, you are not taking any action until you see price fill up this guy. And the 15-minute time frame is also preparing to trade upward into that direction before it crashes down. But I have more confidence in this area because we have a resting liquidity above this guy. So we are not wrong if we expect price to go into that direction, right? We are not wrong. But anything can happen. I told you this is a market with so much mixed reaction. And that is the more reason why you need to be careful. All right? The more reason why you need to be careful this early morning, particularly this week. We just cleared the low of Asia on the dollar and its descent. All right? The low of Asia and the movement up back into this area. I am expecting price to come back into this area. So everything I'm expecting for the moment till New York session is a bullish move into this zone I just marked. This is going to take us hours into the New York session, right? Into the New York session. Probably price is going to hit this guy. There is a non-breakaway gap here. Tapping it is going to push price back up into this area. But then what I want you to pay attention to is the bearishness of the dollar is now well established. The bearishness of the dollar is now well established. Do you understand? Don't worry, I'm going to go to gold. I'm going to go to gold. So what you have is two things. It's either you stay away from the market for a moment or you trade with caution. That is why I call it trading with sense in this season. Now, let's look at gold. If you observe carefully, you're going to see that gold, instead of gold to do the exact opposite of what is happening on DXY, gold is also responding to the same thing happening on the dollar. The same thing happening on the dollar. So now look at this. But listen to me, that doesn't stop the fact that gold is still bullish, right? gold is still bullish. We only saw a short-time reaction. We still have the buy-side liquidity here, but then let's see if we can expect any time or any movement on gold any moment from now. We just cleared the low of last week here on gold, which is very important for us to also notice. Going to the daily time frame, you're going to see more reasons why price is reacting to that area. Do we have any reason to go further down? Well, for now, I don't see any reason for price to go. We don't have imbalance. We don't have anything. We just traded into what? Inversion fair value gap here, right? And this guy is a buy candle, which makes it, it's a sell candle, which makes it a bullish order block. We are still within the area of expectation. So I am still of the fact that, or of the opinion that price is still bullish on gold. All right, price is still bullish on gold. Seeing the recent break of structure here on the daily time frame, and price is still bullish on gold. Checking the 4-hour time frame now. The 4-hour time frame, obviously, this rejection candle, I don't know where it's coming from, but then we are watching how that price is clearing a sell side liquidity here. But then we should expect to see a very clear shift in structure on the 15-minute time frame before we can take action. As it is now, there is no shift in structure. Price is still bearish on the lower time frame. Hold on until there is that signature for entry, and that calls for confirmation or confirmatory entry. Do you understand? All right. Thank you. When I call the trade on MT5, yes, I think these are my community guys. Thank you. My private mentorship community guys. Those of you who want to join them, you can do so by sending me message in the description of this video. I have my WhatsApp contact. And those of you who haven't gotten my book yet, you are missing a lot. I have a PDF material that will help you. A lot of you see me simplify the markets. I've just done the same work on the PDF material. That is to simplify the markets for you guys, giving you the exact form of knowledge you need. And trust me, guys, you will not regret getting that particular material. I made it so accessible to all of you guys. Very, very accessible. I think it costs around $9.9, and except if you have an excuse, you're supposed to get this material. All right, you're supposed to get this material, just an overview of everything I've explained in the book. 9.9, you can get the link in the description of this video. Now, this is what you should get to opt in your game if you want to see some of the entry models, the way I take trade, and so on and so forth. Coming back to gold, this is our expectation on gold. Somebody was asking me if he can trade BTC. Well, let's see BTC USD. Crypto, I don't know what is happening in the crypto markets anyway, but let's see what the crypto market is doing. I'm still of the opinion that the crypto market is bearish. Trust me, it's still bearish. All right, the crypto market is bearish on my side, even though the overall trend is bullish. I still have this fair value gap to trade into, and it doesn't take crypto much time to massively trade in such a direction. All right, we have a fair value gap with a high inside. This is an institutional order flow entry drill. That area is very significant, especially now that we've seen how price has cleared buy side liquidity. That is to tell you that we may have a market maker sell model into this guy. Do you understand? Into that guy. So obviously, I expected this area. I think somebody asked this in the community yesterday. If it was time to sell BTC, and I was looking at this area. This area is an important area for a sell. especially knowing that we don't have anywhere above this guy that is attractive to price. The only imbalance we had was this guy, right, with those of you who have watched my short video, with a low inside, a very high probability fair value gap, and boom, price went down. Now we have a balanced price range for price to tap into on crypto. So except if you are not trading crypto, this area should be a nice area for to prepare for a sell, right? To prepare for a sell. And another thing that is affecting it also is the fact that I hope you know the Theta, all right? The company that has the USDT has done a lot of work to peg the USDT to the United States dollar. So in essence, what is happening is that if this guy, or if this guy is moving up, this guy is supposed to quickly respond to it, right? So anything happening to the US dollar, it should happen to USD Theta, all right? So that is in essence what is happening in the global space. All right. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Do analysis on Euro USD. I will check it shortly. But then I wanted you to see what is happening on BTC and prepare yourself to take a sell. All right, it's happening. A shifting structure will initiate that. That confirmation you're looking for will be initiated. And boom, price will go. Euro USD. What are you expecting on Euro USD? Euro USD is because of what is happening. Of course, I can't tell you to sell Euro USD. It's to buy it, right? We have a buy side liquidity in front of price there, and by extension, we know that the dollar is currently bearish. We saw how that market shifted structure on the 4-hour time frame, and this guy did exactly the same thing, a shifting market structure bearish. We have a non-breakaway gap we tapped into between this guy and this area, which is easier to trade into. Now, it is easier to trade into this buy side liquidity than to trade into this fair value gap and this fair value gap. So it is a very, very known concept that this is a non-breakaway gap. Why? Because price couldn't close above this guy. So I have more confidence in expecting price trade into this buy side liquidity before crashing bearish, right? So it's going to take a while to trade up into that area, especially this buy side liquidity that is resting. But then prepare to counter trade into this area. We have a zone here. You see a bullish mitigation block back into the bullish direction. But that is what you have currently. You want to see it on the 15-minute time frame. Check the 15-minute time frame carefully. And the 15-minute time frame just dealt with the law of Asia around here, you see. And we are trading back to the buy side liquidity, that is the high of Asia. So that is the directional movement for this. And you can expect to see it happen like that. NASDAQ, NQ. Yes, okay. What is happening to NASDAQ? Finally, it's over this guy. That is the buy side liquidity I have been expecting to see price trade above on NASDAQ. And trust me, it's high time for you to start preparing for a sell. We have another one just above that guy, but then the most recent should create a kind of a opportunity for a sell side. This is a preparation for a sell side model, or that is the buy market maker sell model. So a shifting market structure on the 4-hour would be a nice sell into the discount zone of this guy, especially now that we have dealt with the buy side liquidity. So it's time for preparation, right? No sign yet. You can just hold on for a moment until you see price gives you that. Price is still bullish on NASDAQ, but because we have traded into the buy side liquidity of the higher time frame, we now expect to see price trade bearish. All right, GJ. Okay, let's see GJ and then quickly round up this session. GBP JPY. I'm not in any trade yet. I just woke up not long ago. So I'm also looking for an opportunity to take a trade. I have more confidence in trading GJ bearish. No, not yet, guys, not yet. I'm not confident in trading GJ bearish because I have a buy side liquidity here, right? I want to see price trade into it. Now, on the 4-hour, we can see that price is really what I'm expecting is a bullish movement. Still, yes, we have a fair value gap here. I think we should expect a bullish movement there. Do we have this high inside the fair value gap? Yes. So the more reason why this fair value gap should work for us. So I am just expecting price to trade into this buy side liquidity. I have more confidence in the reversal when price clears liquidity. All right. I have more confidence on it. But the moment I can see liquidity just close to it, it gives me second thought. All right. You can see price is even preparing to give a shift in structure to the higher side. This is a high, a bit risky entry area into the buy side liquidity of the higher time frame. All right. That is the location for that into the buy side liquidity. You don't have a very proper shifting structure yet. All right. Just wait for a moment. You're going to have your shifting structure. And that is the direction of the price. Let's see the yen basket anyway. You can't do that without checking the yen basket. It's very important. If you do that, the yen basket is also, whoa. Okay, the yen basket is bullish. So trading into a bearish order block. Okay. So you see this thing on GBP JPY is still not ready for a buy because the yen basket is bullish, right? It's not ready for a buy. The yen basket is the driver. So if you are here, you might get stopped out. Yeah, that is why you don't have a proper shifting structure. The same thing, I think, on Euro JPY. You see, even Euro JPY is doing the same thing on the bearish direction. So the one happening on GBP JPY is a trap. This guy has a better correlation with the DXY, with yen basket rather. So hold on for a moment and prepare as soon as you see price gives you that. All right. I would prefer to trade Euro JPY than GBP JPY, but then price is still bullish on the fact that Euro JPY is about to trade into this fair value gap. Probably that is where we're going to have the shifting structure, right? And then push up. So guys, this is all about today's analysis. I think I've done better, or I've done justice to all the things. No, you don't wait for that. We have liquidity on our way. Crypto can. It's not always you do that. All right. It's not always you do that. So this is all about this analysis for today. And for those of you who want to have a one-on-one mentorship with me, you can reach out to me using the WhatsApp link in the description of this video. One-on-one mentorship. I will tell you what it will cost you, and we'll get into that. If I take any trade, whether win or lost, I will make a video about it maybe tomorrow for a lesson. But then I am watching the markets. If I see any entry, I will share with my community guys, and I'll also record the process. Right? You know, GBP has been bullish. I don't know what is happening currently. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Bless you all.